you, Melba, for agreeing to share your story with us today. Tell me a little bit about who you are.
Firstly, my name is Tintswalo Melba Dhlamini. I'm 27 years old. I grew up at Aquanuk Plaza. I live at Mpumalanga. I studied diploma in financial and management in Tibet College. I got a learnership in 2019 of a NetBank Yes team. And I was allocated to work at Nourish for a year. It was a contract for a year. And I was an assistant in the administrator at the office. So in 2020, when the contract got to end, Nourish offered me a job. They see a potential in me, which it was very, very, very awesome. And then I'm glad that I'm working. And then even now, I work as managing a team at Nourish. So I'm based at Nourish full time now.
Tell me, what is it that you do and why do you love your job?
Like I said before, I was in a contract of a year at Nourish, where I was an assistant in administrator. That's where I've started to know more about tourism, because Nourish has given me an opportunity to learn even more than an effort, an office work, I can say. Because while booking guests, I was supposed to also have an instruction on how to handle guests, and Nourish saw the potential that I'm interested in knowing a lot more about tourism. And then they offered me a space whereby if you're not busy at the office, you can always go out and see what guests like, how to handle them, teach yourself that. And then I love my job because I get to speak to people, the international people, get to know them better, teaching them my language, teaching them my culture. And then I enjoy their company because I get to know how their culture is. So I love my job.
Tintswalo, tell me, why is tourism important to you and your family?
Tourism is too important to me and my family. And I always teach my family and my child about tourism. So tourism is very important to the country because it helps to enhance the strain suffering and industry and stop it from having a massive impact like now. So economy, the tourism is safely net of the countries, and it's a massive economical benefit. Like I said, we benefit by the tourism. When there is no tourism, there is no way that we can benefit. So especially for new development economic and tourism create jobs, like I said. So if we don't have tourism in South Africa, that means we have no income that is coming out from tourism like now. So it's a massive effect to us. So that's why I say tourism is very important because it adds a value into South African economy.
That is so true. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. I would like you to tell me more of what you do on a daily basis. Like, explain to us what you do on a daily basis that contributes to your position.
In my daily basis, I do my office work. For now, we are in COVID-19. It's where I have to make sure that my staff are working outside. We are dealing with food parcel. So I have to make sure that the food parcel is being delivered in time. The necessity of going to creches, visiting children in the village to see how they are living, because that's our main focus, knowing the well-being of the children that they were coming here. And then I also read emails, and then my boss now is teaching me on how to send invites to the sponsors, how to write messages to sponsors. So that's a big thing that I'm dealing with. And then I'm even in the learners of learning the conservational of the leaders of the future. So I'm even in that learning process. So that's what I do in my daily basis.
Very contributing. Thank you. Tell me, if you were to give a message out to the women in tourism, what would you tell them to stay motivated?
To other women out there, I would like to say, stay firm, be courageous, never lose hope, we will get through this. It's not the end of the world. We've conquered the world before. We can still do it even now. As women, we are the leaders and innovators, business owners. Together, we can do more. We still the pillars of the world. So we have to fight this COVID together. We have to stand firm. We have to still believe that there is tomorrow, so that our kids can learn from us that when the situation like this come, we need to stand firm. We have to stand up and fight with it, so that in tomorrow we can see the progress on it.
Wow, that's beautiful. And if you could ask the president or give him a message on behalf of your women in tourism, what would your message be to him?
I would like to ask the president to open international tourism, to allow people who come from far to come to us, because for us as tourism people, we depend largely on them. I can say my salary comes out from people who are visiting my organization. So we would like the international tourism to travel to South Africa, because as workers at Norwich Eco Village, I depend largely on tourism because it's part of my salary. So without tourism running, that means I don't have allowance that I can continue to take care of my family, continue to take care of my kids. And it's so many people that they've lost their jobs during that COVID-19. So I still believe people can still have their jobs, because so many women out there, so many people out there, they've lost their job because they're working in tourism in the lodges. The lodges, they don't have money to pay them now. So without tourism to them, they've lost their food, they've lost the packet of maize meal. So I will beg my president to open international tourism, even if they don't come in 50%, 10%, it's something.
Tintswalo, what are your greatest hopes for after the lockdown has lifted?
My greatest hope is to get back to normal life. And I wish that people who have lost their job, they can get their job back, because I can see the suffering in the village. I can see out there that people are suffering. So my hopes after the lockdown is people to get their previous jobs if it's possible, get to work so hard that people are getting paid. Though it won't be that much, but it will be something. So my largest hope for after this is to start afresh. And I believe that so many people, they can get their job back and things will get back to normal.